you're probably making the biggest mistake in your garden without even realizing it, relying on chemical fertilizers and expecting your soil to stay alive. I've seen it countless times. Gardeners dump synthetic nutrients into their beds, see a temporary green boost, and think they're doing everything right. What actually happens is your soil microbes start dying off, earthworm activity slows, and your plant's roots never develop the depth they need. The result is weak, nutrient-stressed crops that struggle to resist disease and yields that are nowhere near their potential. I'm going to show you a method used in Korea that changes all of that, and you can apply it directly in your backyard, raised beds, or even hydroponic setups. By the way, if you're serious about soil health and maximizing your harvest, subscribe to Farm Logic now, because I'll be sharing the practical insights that most gardeners never hear. You don't need chemical fertilizers to unlock soil life. Here's the core principle. Healthy soil feeds healthy plants. Chemicals might give a short-term boost, but they also disrupt microbial balance. The Korean gardeners I've learned from focus on fermenting natural ingredients to create a soil microbial starter. This isn't about tossing random scraps into the garden. It's precise, controlled, and incredibly effective. You're essentially inoculating your soil with life that multiplies naturally. In practical terms, I use a mixture of rice water, soybean meal, and a small amount of mineral rock dust. For a standard 4 by 8 foot raised bed, I ferment 2 cups of rice water with half a cup of soybean meal and 2 tablespoons of rock dust. I keep it covered in an airtight container for about 5 to 7 days, checking the temperature daily with a compost thermometer. If you don't have one yet, I use the RioTemp heavy-duty compost thermometer, which lets me track microbial activity and ensures my ferment is hitting the right temperature range. The link is in the description if you want to grab one. It's a game changer for consistent results. Why temperature matters more than most gardeners realize. One mistake I see often is tossing organic amendments into the garden and thinking that's enough. Without monitoring temperature, you can either slow microbial growth or, worse, allow harmful organisms to proliferate. For backyard beds, you want your ferment to peak around 30 to 35 degrees Celsius or 86 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. In hydroponic setups, this matters even more. If the nutrient solution or soil medium is too cold, the beneficial microbes won't colonize, and you'll see slower growth and weaker roots. In raised beds, I insert the RioTemp thermometer into the ferment at least twice daily. The long 36-inch probe makes it easy to check the temperature deep inside the mixture, not just on the surface. I've seen the difference in both yield and plant health when this step is done correctly. How to apply the Korean soil starter effectively. Once your ferment is active, you dilute it before applying it to your garden. For raised beds, I usually mix 1 cup of the starter per gallon of water and pour it evenly across the soil surface. In hydroponic systems, you can add a smaller amount, about 1/4 cup per 5 gallons of nutrient solution, to seed beneficial microbes without disrupting your existing nutrient balance. The first week is critical. I water lightly in the mornings, avoiding oversaturation because microbial colonies establish best in evenly moist soil, not waterlogged soil.